me, Seattle. Seattle, do you turn on the English channel? Okay.
Okay.
Seattle, are you ready to start the Dharma talk?
Okay, ready?
Okay. Seattle. Me, Seattle, and good evening, everyone. Good morning for everyone in the East Hemisphere. Welcome to the 7-day plus 14-day Samatha-Vipassanā Meditation Retreat conducted by Sarah U. Agania and Sarah U. Kovida. Today, Sarah U. Kovida will continue with the Dharma talk on Bojjhanga Sutta Part 12. May we now respectfully invite Sarah to start today's Dharma talk, and may we invite both interpreter Bande to start the translation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Okay, now we will pay homage to the Buddha by reciting Namo Tassa 3 times. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhassa. Today we will continue the recollection of Sangha's quality. So here we have two different types of Sangha. The first one is the Ariya Sangha, noble disciple. Another one is the ordinary Sangha. That means although they haven't attained any part of future knowledge, they are practicing. So today we are going to talk about recollection of Sangha's quality. Now we also have to know all the Pali words. Then as we have already chanted every day, Swakado Bhagava, Supatipano Bhagavato Savaka Sangha and so forth. So today we are going to approach every single Sangha's quality in detail. The first one is Supatipano Bhagavato Savaka Sangha. The blessed Sangha of Blessed Ones, disciples who have practiced well. They mention Makata person. That means those who attain path knowledge. Then Supatipana means right practice. Not opposite to supramenting and then teaching of the Buddha. So we can also understand the practice in accordance with supramentistic and teaching of the Buddha. So there are many different types of practice in modern society. Many of them also can make people's minds peaceful. Then, although we can make our mind peaceful, but it cannot lead to any other attainment. The main thing is, the Buddha teaching, for example, Noble Eightfold Paths, it is leading to Nibbana. We can also see right practice. It's opposite of Noble Eightfold Paths. Okay, as we have already known, Sama, wrong view. Similarly, right thoughts. We also have wrong thoughts. Then, as we have already learned in modernity, in the modernity we have, then we also have wrong speech. Right actions, we also have wrong actions. Then right livelihoods, we also have wrong livelihoods. These are the opposite factors. Similarly, right efforts. Now we also have wrong efforts. Then right mindfulness and wrong mindfulness. Right concentration, wrong concentration. So in every single noble path, there is an opposite factors, opposite paths. So all the Buddha disciples, they just follow the right path. For noble disciples, then they may observe precept very well. When they make mistakes, they will confess very easily. This is called Supatipanna. Another one is Savaka. Those who respectfully listen to the Buddha's admonishments. This is called Savaka. So there are many Buddhists, but they don't really respectfully listen to the Buddha teaching. And they are so-called Buddhists. No, not 100% Buddhism. Right? They are not following 100% Buddhism. Okay, the main thing is, if we respectfully listen to the Buddha's admonishments, that means we are Savaka. Then Sangha, we also use Savaka Sangho. Right? What does it mean, Sangho? The community that has the same practice, morality and wisdom, etc. So here I just use the Pali words, Adisila. The same practice means the same morality. That they may come from different family background. They may come from different races, different lineages. But when they were ordained, they have to follow the same rules. Buddha does not favor because of high class or lower class or anything. The main thing is Adisila, superior morality. We have to follow superior morality. Not ordinary morality, better morality. Adi means better, superior. Sila means morality. So compared to 8 precepts, 10 precepts, then for Bhikkhu Sila, we have more Sila, more rules and regulations. That is why it's called Adi Sila. The Adhijita. The Bhikkhu also had to practice for higher minds, superior minds. Okay, when we say Adhijita, that means concentration. In our daily life, we may have only wholesome minds, maybe. The best one. But when we can attain jhana, it means superior, better than the normal wholesome consciousness. This is called adhijita, superior minds. Then we have adhipanya, not ordinary panya. This is superior, better, excellent. So adhipanya means insight knowledges, path and fruition knowledges. These are called adhipanya. So compared to ordinary wisdoms, the insight knowledge can eradicate the defilements, can overcome some impurity. That is why this is called adhipanya. So whenever we talk about sangha, we also say the same or equal morality, superior morality, superior consciousness, or superior wisdom. This is called sangha. So I have already said these are Makata, path, the one who has attained path knowledges. Of course, they have very strong sila, that's why they can attain that kind of attainment, path knowledge. They have very strong concentration, that's why they can attain that kind of path and fruition knowledge. Adhipanya, they have very strong insight knowledges, that's why they have attained this kind of path and fruition knowledges. This is called Sangha. So they are practicing very well. That means they are practicing right things, not opposites to supramental states, or they are not practicing opposite to Buddha teaching. That is why we can say they are called Supatipanna. Now we may have the next one. Ujju Patipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho. The Sangha of Blessed One's disciples who have practiced insight straightforwardly, never coming back. Yeah, Ujju means straightforward. We also translate never coming back. Those who never practice the crooked way, like first day of rising moon. So I don't know if you can see the moon in US or not. Huh? Here we can see the moon. Maybe the first 2 or 3 days, the moon is like eyebrow, maybe, right? Now, maybe you can see your eyebrow. Look at right? Curvy. So that means not very straight. See, there are many other explanations of the crooked, but it will be too messy. Okay, now here we also explain a little bit more. Not approaching the two extremely wrong ways. This is also called Ujju, straight. So actually we have already talked about two extreme ways many times, right? For example, Kama Sukha Lika Yoga, sub-indulgent. When we have sub-indulgent, we cannot be moral because we follow our ways too much. Then we cannot be moral. Some modification. If we do many painful things to our body, we cannot attain concentration. We feel a lot of pain, discomfort. Our mind cannot be very well focusing on the objects, then we cannot have good concentration. So these are two extreme ways. Then he just follow the middle way. If we summarize the middle way, this is also the Eightfold Path. Then, as we understand, Sila Samadhi Panya, right concentration, morality, concentration, and wisdom. Like when right actions, right speech, and right livelihoods, they are morality. Similarly, we have the last part, right mindfulness, right concentration, right efforts. They are concentration. Right thoughts and right view, they are wisdom. Okay, the main thing is not approaching the two extremely wrong ways means following Noble Eightfold Paths. They just practice the Noble Eightfold Paths. This is called Ujjupatipanno. Then no Maya. Maya means concealing offenses. So this means ordinary people are not that sincere, not that much honest. They will conceal their offense. But for about noble person, whenever they make mistakes, intentionally or unintentionally, they are easy to confess. No Maya. Okay, one more thing here. When we say Maya, this also mostly comes from greed. If we confess some of our weakness, people may look down upon us, and that's why we don't confess. In this case, we can say Maya. So for about Buddha's disciples, especially noble disciples, they were not conceal their offenses. When they make some mistakes, they were easily confess. When they have their weakness also, they will not hide. They were made clear. No satya, revealing non-existent quality. That means satya means revealing non-existent quality. Actually, there are many mayas, many satyas. So when we say non-existent quality, for example, we don't have saddha, confidence, but we want people to know us very faithful, or we have very strong faith in the Buddha. We just pretend. You can also say like that, right? It's called Satya. But it's opposite. We don't have faith. We just for sure, we just do it in front of the people. Similarly, morality. We will undertake precepts just for sure. But mentally, we are not sincere. So another thing is, then we can also say we don't have concentration, but we don't wish people to know us well concentrated. Then similarly, no wisdom. Then we wish people to know we have wisdom. No Dhamma knowledge. We wish people to know us Dhamma knowledge. This is the call Maya Satya. Especially here, Satya. This kind of things can happen everywhere. No existing quality. I think in US also you can buy your certificate, right? Some degree. As far as I know, one of the Myanmar previous maybe around 2018 or around that time, we have one very, very clear cases. One of the Myanmar minister, he is not well educated, but he buying certificate from US or somewhere, US or Europe, I'm not sure. He buying certificates. So this is very common. Like for example, now we have many people also. They are not very sincere. For example, they may have title BA, MA, PhD, but they buy certificates from India or somewhere. Mostly they buy certificate from India University. So this means they are not qualified enough to say they are BA, MA, or PhD, but they just kept that kind of certificates. They buy money. They use money. This case also non-existent quality. This is also called Satya. Then in Myanmar also we have many different types of education system. For example, we have Dhammaciya. We have elementary level to Dhammaciya, many different steps. We also have Langara examination, Pivansa examination, Nikaya examination. We also have Tipitaka examination, many examinations. But there are some bhikkhus, they don't have this kind of title. Then they declare that they are Dhammaciya or BA or something. This is also called Satya. So that means why we have Maya Satya? Just for gain, because of greed we have. If we are greedy, sure, we may not be sincere, we will not be honest. This is really very risky for practitioners. So yeah, physically, no vocally, mentally, if we're doing. Okay, one more thing here. When we study Metta Sutta, Seko Ujuja Sujuja Sujojasa Mudonati Mani. Then we have three actions: physically, vocally, bodily, verbally, and mentally, if we're doing, right? In the case of Uju, that means we will not do any evil bodily and then verbally. We may do mentally, right? This is called Uju. Suju means he will not do any evil bodily, verbally, and mentally. This is called Suju. This is also called Ujupadipanna. So the main thing is we will not do any mistakes bodily, verbally, and mentally. This is called Uju. After making mistakes, we are easy to confess. This is also called Uju. As ordinary people, we may make many mistakes. Mistakes is not the problem. Then, as long as we have, as long as we can change our bad habit, is good enough. Another thing is even Sakadagami, Anagami, Sotapanna, Sakadagami, Anagami, they still have defilements. They have some mistakes, but they are easy to change. They are easy to confess. That's why we can say noble sanghas are Ujjupatipanna. Now, Nyaya Patipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho. Okay, Nyaya means, okay, here mentioned the Sangha of Blessed Ones, disciples who have practiced methodically, right? So that means Nyaya. Nyaya means Nibbana. Patipanna means practice. So that means purest ways that lead to Nibbana. The course of realization of Nibbana is also called Nyaya. So that means the course of realization of Nibbana, or the path leading to Nibbana, purest way leading to Nibbana, this is also Noble Eightfold Path. Noble Eightfold Path will lead to Nibbana. That's why when we translate, right? That means the noble truth of the path leading to Nibbana, or leading to cessation, we translate like that, right? We call the Dukkha Nirodha Gamini, Patipata Ariya Satcham. We have this kind of Pali words. That's why translation is a little bit long. Right? Dukkha Nirodha Gamini, Dukkha means suffering. Nirodha means cessation. Gamini means going or leading. Patipata means practice. Then Ariya Satcham means noble truth. That's why the noble truth of the practice or the path leading to the cessation of suffering. We translate like that. Okay, the main thing is Noble Eightfold Path is the purest way that leads to Nibbana. So systematically they practice. So we have seven purifications. The first purification is sila, morality. Second purification is mind, the purifications of the mind, concentration. Then among the seven, the five other purifications are wisdom. Then they also have systematic. For example, the purifications of the view. Then we must purify our view by understanding ultimate mentalities and materialities systematically. So if we follow all the practice, systematic practice, this is called Nyaya Patipanna. Then we have the last one, Samiji Patipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho. The Sangha of the Blessed Ones, disciples who have practiced masterfully. Samiji, masterfully, right? Then there is a conformity who is released from suffering of wrong or reverse. Then this is also called Samiji, right? Masterfully. The practicing to be worthy of respect or welcoming, also Bhajipatthana. This is called Samiji Patipanno. So practicing to be worthy of respect. Okay, one more thing. When we live in accordance with Buddha's teaching, we become worthy of respect naturally. So that means there are many rules and regulations. If we follow them respectfully, then we become worthy of respect naturally. Okay, practically in our community, okay, let alone samadhi and panya is very high quality. Just talk about morality. Now we have many leaders in the world. Some of the leader has very good morality. Then they are very famous and they are more influential in the community. Some of the leaders are not that much influential because they don't have very strong morality. This is normal. Everywhere, when we are moral, when we have very strong morality, we become more influential in the community. This is the power of morality. Don't talk about concentration of wisdom, it's very high already. Even morality is this kind of power. That's why when we follow the Buddha teaching respectfully, then we become worthy of respect, we become influential in the community. So now, We also mention in the Sangha's quality, Yadidan Chattari Purisa Yukani Atta Purisa Bukala. In other words, the 4 types of noble disciples, when taken as pairs, the 8 when taken as individual types. So that means 4 path and fruition knowledges. We call Magata and Palata. Then we have already mentioned the 4 qualities. So these 4 qualities are the causes. That means when we have this practice, for example, Supatipana, also practice. We also have Ujjapatipana, this is also practice. Nyayapatipana, this is also practice. Samajjipatipana, this is also practice. Practice on what? The same Sila Samadhi Panya, Sila, Adhicitta, Adhipanya. Superior morality, superior mind, superior wisdom. That means superior morality, superior concentration, and superior wisdom. Then these are the practice. That's when they are the cause of remaining 5 qualities. So we have to move on. Esa Bhagavato Savaka Sango Ahuneyo. So coming from very far place like Devarams, King of Deva approach and offer. They mentioned there are the Sangha of blessed ones, the disciples, worthy of gifts, right? Here we say worthy of gifts, Ahuneya. Ahuneya means coming from very far place. This is called Ahuneya. Also worthy of offering. Here also mentioned King of Deva approach and offer Venerable Mahakassapa for his well-being in his lifetime. So here I should explain a little more about Venerable Mahakassapa and the King of Deva. So in the Devarams, according to their karma, they had different divine power, different divine appearance. For example, although they may have many attendants, many followers, many retinues, but some of them may reservedly follow their master, some of them will not follow. It depends on their punya, their power of punya. Not only that, they may have different brightness of the body. Those who have very strong punya, their body will be very bright. Then those who have very weak punya, their body will not that bright as others. Not only that, there are many other different things in the Devarams, such as longevity, beauty, also the happiness, also like a divine pleasure and divine pleasures or any other things. Then another thing is, even they enjoy sensual pleasure, then sometimes they can enjoy very peaceful, very happily. Sometimes they cannot enjoy happily. It depends on their punya also. Right? Anyway, the main thing is, now King of Deva, King Saka, he offered many things before appearance of the Buddha. The receivers are not that qualified. Like he was born in the Devarams. That's why he has a divine power, divine brightness. But compared to newly born Deva, then they have opportunity to offer to the Sangha in the Buddha's teaching, Buddha dispensation. They have very pure receiver. That when they are born in the Devarams, their body brightness is brighter than King of Deva. He feels a little bit shy. He also feels a little bit inferior. So Venerable Mahakassapa was entering into cessation attainment for 7 days. After emerging from it, he's going to go left for Binapada in small village. King of Deva was to be like other devas, newly arrived devas. Then he come to human realms in the case of an old man. His beloved wife, Suja, also come down with him in the case of an old lady. Then they prepare foods and waiting for Venerable Mahakasapa. When Venerable Mahakasapa comes, then they offer foods. As soon as they pour the food into the bowl, Venerable Mahakasapa knows they are not human beings. Then you are not human being. Who are they? Who are you? Then they say, we are King of Deva. I mean, King of Deva, he confessed. Because Venerable Mahakasapa is very powerful and influential. And he dare not hide his identity. And Venerable Mahakasapa also say, I am going to suppose poor people, why you do like this? That means if they don't offer, the poor family will offer him, then they will get more benefit. That's why he talked to King of Deva. And King Deva also replying, Venerable Sir, I'm also poor in Devarams. So they come from Devaram, they offer. But the main thing is, it can be very far. We cannot know where's the Devaram also, right? Then anyway, the main thing is, if they come from very far, they also offer. The Venerable Kaspa is also worthy of offering, worthy of accepting all these types of donations. This is called Ahuneya. Another thing is Pahuneyo. They are the Sangha of the Blessed One's disciples, worthy of hospitality. So here, Pahuneya means, I have already mentioned, offering choice food, etc. So they may prepare special foods to offer the Sangha. Choice foods. This is also worthy of accepting. There are some donors. Okay, we have 3 different types of donors, right? In Pali, we also call Dana, Dasa, Dana, Sahaya, Dana, Sami, 3 different types. Dana Dasa means when they are going to throw away something, they offer to the Sangha. It's not useful in their house anymore, now they just send to the monastery. In this case, we can say Dana Dasa. That means they are slave of Dana, right? Then they are like a slave, or they're given to their slave. That's why we call Dana Dasa. Dana Sahaya, they are friend of Dana. As they give to their friends, they offer. So that means they also eat the same food, they also offer the same food, the same things to the Sangha. This is called Dana Sahaya. So otherwise, the Dana Sami, there are some donors, they don't eat that kind of foods, but they just prepare special food for Sangha. Normally, they just eat very simple food, but when they're going to offer, they prepare special foods, special preparation. Then that kind of donation is called Pahuneya. Another is the offering first or before partaking for oneself. Then before eating, that they may separate some part of foods to be offered. Right? This also can be considered as offering first. Like in Mandalay, there's some houses, some family, they cook very big amount of rice just for Sangha, not for themselves. So for them, they will cook separately for their family, they will eat. Then on the way, when they see the Sangha, they will come and offer until they can make their very bowlful rice empty. Let me offer them first, after that they eat also. Although we can say, cooking for the Sangha first, after that they cook for themselves. This is also we call Bahuneya. Okay, now again, Dakineyo. Okay, here, they are the Sangha of Blessed Ones, discipline worthy of offering. Previous ones are worthy of offering. What's make them different? Okay, here we should talk about karma ownership. So those who believe in karma and its results, they wish to offer for the welfare of their future. I mean, future existences. Then it will be the Noble Sangha. I mean, they can offer to the Noble Sangha. Okay, the main thing is we call Karma Sakata Jnana, or the belief in karma. And those who believes in karma will offer to Sangha. That's what we call Dakineya, worthy of offering. Okay, here we should talk about 4 different types of receiver and donors. You may have already known some special passage to Mahabhajapati Kodami. That means when Mahabhajapati Kodami offer a set of robes to the Buddha, the Buddha says, Sangha Dehi, Sangha Kodami Dehi, Sangha Dina Mahapala. That means, Kodami, please offer to Sangha. Offer to Sangha is more beneficial. In the same sutta, the Buddha also mentioned 4 different types of receivers and donors according to modern society, right? So we have the first group. Donor is very pure in morality. That means purity of donors. But receiver is not very pure. Because of receiver's purity, it can be great benefit. Sometimes donors are not very pure, but receiver is pure. This is also one-side purity. Then it will be beneficial, or it will be great benefits because purity of receiver. This also can be. Another one, both donor and receivers are impure. They're not that much beneficial. Right? So the last one, both receiver and donors are pure. That means both are good morality. Then in this way, they can get great benefits. We can say 4 different types according to modern society, right? At the time of the Buddha, there can be the last type. Donor is also an arhat. Receiver is also an arhat. It's the balance. And no more existences for them. They are sharing properties, very pure. So here in the case of Dakineya, that means there are many worthy of accepting donations. For Buddha disciples, the Noble Sanghas, they are worthy of accepting all the things because they have purity of morality, concentration, and wisdom. For those who believe in karma and its results should offer. This is called Dakineya. Now, the angelic Karaniya, the Sangha of Blessed Ones, disciples are worthy of respect. Okay, we have already talked about influential, right? When we have morality, we become influential. So worthy of respect, that means even Devas and Brahmas respect. Okay, I have already talked about Venerable Mahakassapa. There are many other events. Even King of Deva approach and pay respect. And some arhats. When we can study in the commentary, there are many cases like that. Okay, the main thing is Anjali Karyomi, we can join our palms, Anjali fingers. Yeah? Karyomi, we can do Anjali. That means we can join the palm together. We can also show respect. This is also called Anjali Karaniyo. Okay, now we have another one. Anuttaram Bojjhanga Lokasa, the last quality. They are the Sangha of Blessed One's disciples, then an exalt field of merit for the worlds. So one more thing here about the fields. When we are going to plant or when we are going to make a garden, that we must choose plants and soil. If soil quality is really very good, we can plant easily, it will grow faster. If soil quality is not really very good, so we cannot grow easily, then it will not grow fast. Sometimes it will spoil the seed also. So for example, like my native town or maybe my monastery in Ceylon, the soil is a little bit sour. You can see more acid, right? You cannot plant it easily. We have to raise many other things, many other fertilizer, then we can plant the trees. Although we plant many trees, they are not that easy. For example, like a neem trees is okay. It's easy to grow anywhere around the area. For other trees like a mahogany or many other quality, we cannot expect. Anyway, the main thing is soil quality is also necessary for plantation. So then Buddha disciples are like a good soil quality in the periphery. Whatever material deeds and whatever seeds plants there, it will grow very easily. That's why we call Anuttara Punyakhitam Lokasa. Okay, now when we talk about donor and receiver, we should also have another angle. We also call Chalanga Dana Sutta in Anguttara Nikaya. From the donor side, before offering, they have to prepare very well. This is called Pupa Chirana, preliminary volition. In the actual time of offering also, they must have very strong chirana, happiness. Then this is also called Muncha Chirana. Then later, after offering, whenever we remember or we can recall, we must be happy. We call Abara Chirana. But sometimes, although we offer to the good people, but their behavior change or their lifestyle change, then after offering, we feel a little bit upset or we regret. I have met many donors. They offer big lunch to the Sangha. After that, the Sangha there is very bad. Then when they see good Sangha, good community in other country, in other places, then they regret. I've offered this kind of things, but I'm useless. They have this kind of feeling. So the main thing is, as long as Bhikkhu Sanghas are practicing well, then it will be very grateful for the donors. Whenever they recall, they can rejoice over their merits. That's why 3 parts: preliminary volitions, and the actual time volition in the actual time of offering, and the last one is we call rejoicing over their merits whenever they can remember. This is from donor side. From the receiver side, what I also mentioned, 3 different defilements. Receiver must be free from attachments or craving, or he's trying to overcome greed or attachments. We can say lobha. This is the first quality of receiver. Second one, the receiver must be free from dosa, hatred, anger, worry, anxiety, fear. These kind of things are called dosa. Otherwise, he must be trying to overcome dosa. He was practicing. He's a practicing to eradicate dosa. Then the receiver must be free from moha, delusion, or he must be trying to overcome or to be free from moha, delusion. These are the quality of receiver mentioned in Chalangadana Sutta. Okay, when we say free from lobha, that means alobha, no greed. No greed means we are generous. We have generosity. We are free from dosa. Dosa means very gross. Worry, anxiety. Adosa is a metta. That means we have equal love for all the living beings. Moha is delusion. If we say we are free from moha, this is amoha. We can also say wisdom. The opposite of delusion is wisdom. If we are wise enough, then we can eradicate defilements, then it will be beneficial for the donors. So these are called Anuttara Bunyakhitam Lokasa. Down here we have final sutta, Ekapasada Sutta from Anguttara Nikaya. The four best faiths. So here, faith in the Buddha. Now we have already know faith in Buddha, right? So that means in the words, the Buddha is more influential. We call it something in Pali, Tathagata. Tathagata has many meanings. Tatha Agata. That means Tatha means as all previous Buddha come to this world to help people. Now our Buddha also come to this existence to help people. This is called Tathagata. Tathagata also has another meaning. That's it. He said as he did. He did as he said. This is also called Tathagata. Mostly in the modern world or in most of the community, they may say something, but they are not doing as they said. This is a really very bad habit. The Buddha is different. He will said as he did. He will did as he said. That's why this is called Tathagata. So why we have to believe in the Buddha? He said as he did. That's why we can believe. Then another is the Noble Eightfold Path. If we have strong faith in Noble Eightfold Path, be careful. This one is also really very important. Sometimes we believe Noble Eightfold Path is leading to Nibbana, but sometimes we have discounts. Do we have to follow all the rules and regulations? No, we have this kind of complaint. Sila, morality, Samavacha, Samakamana, Samaajiva. These are morality. We must follow it. This is among the Eightfold Paths. Then sometimes we also ask, do we need to attain jhana to practice vipassana? Even in this retreat, also many people ask the same question, right? And you may have this question also. Do we need to attain jhana to practice vipassana? So many people ask the same questions. Now, what is the right concentration? According to the Pali canon, okay, there are some people, they don't like commentary and sub-commentary. They just like Pali text, Pali canon. Now, when we talk about Samadhi, according to Samatha-Vipassanā Sutta, I just say only one sutta, right? There are many other suttas that say the same things. Samadhi means the first jhana, the second jhana, the third jhana, the fourth jhana. They are called Samadhi, right concentration. If we don't have right concentration, we don't have Noble Eightfold Paths, we may have only Noble Sevenfold Paths, and we cannot attain Nibbana, right? Similarly, wisdom, do we need to know everything in detail? You don't have to know all types of Nama-rupas? You may have this kind of questions. How to understand right view? When you go and study right view, according to Samatha-Vipassanā Sutta, it mentioned very much in detail about right view. Right view means understanding Four Noble Truths. Four Noble Truths. So that means understanding the noble truth of suffering, understanding the noble truth of the origin of suffering, understanding the noble truth of cessation of suffering, understanding the noble truth of the path that leading to cessation of suffering. This is the call, right view. Okay, what's the noble truth of suffering? It mentioned Sankirtana Banjupara Nekanda Dukkha. The five clinging aggregates are called noble truth of suffering. Okay, what's the five clinging aggregates? First, we have to know what are really called clinging. Right? This is also important. Now, what are really called aggregates? We have to know all the things. So aggregate means grouping. We have different grouping. Mentality also different grouping, different leadership, different leading factor. And the material aggregate also, we have grouping. That's why we have to know all grouping mentalities and materialities. This is called understanding five aggregates. So the main thing is, we must believe in Noble Eightfold Path. If we believe in Noble Eightfold Path, it's a great benefit. Then we can also say the Dhamma. Whenever we talk about the Dhamma, we must understand Noble Eightfold Path also. Not only that, the Dhamma also means, which is passionless. That means Nibbana. We must believe in Nibbana. So sometimes we suspect many things about the Nibbana also, right? Is it real? Is it imaginary? Is it mind-made? Many questions. So it's also very messy also, right? When we talk about Nibbana, then you may get confused. Then there are some people, they always do attain Nibbana also. Okay, here I mentioned the English word, passionless. I mean, no passions, no greed. Actually, we just say only one word, passionless. We can also say no hatred, no worry, no anxiety, no fear, no delusions, no pride, no sloth and torpor. We can say all the defilements here. To free from all types of defilements. This is the call, Nibbana. Believe in Nibbana. Then allows the order of monks, that means the noble bhikkhus, noble sanghas. If we have very strong faith in these four, the Buddha, the Noble Eightfold Path, and Nibbana, and the Noble Sangha, it's called Eka Pasada. Pasada means clear. Eka means the top or the best. So when our mind can clear, when we have this kind of belief, Pasada means clear. Clarity of the mind, our mind become very clear, very pure. You may have seen clean water, pure water. Right? We can penetrate everything. If water is very clean, we can see even the storms, fishes swimming in the water. If water is not very clean, we cannot see. Similarly, when our mind becomes very pure and clean, we can see truth. We can understand the truth easily. When our mind is not very pure, not very clean, we cannot know the truth. That's why here I mentioned Ekapasara. Right? Eka means top or the best. Pasara means clear or clarity. So now we have already finished up to Sangha's quality today. Then when we do Sangha's quality, what will be the benefit? By recollecting Sangha's quality, we cannot attain jhana. We can attain asset concentration. After that, we can also practice vipassana based on the asset concentration. Then anyway, whenever we try to recall Sangha's quality, now we also have to remember our conditions. It makes our mind clear and pure. This is one of the benefits. If we cannot purify our minds, and if we cannot clear our minds, then we are not practicing well. Okay, now, when we talk about Buddha University, I also say shrine rooms, right, in your heart. Then I also talk about Buddha's library in your hearts. Now we should talk about Sangha. Okay, to offer a monastery, it will be very expensive in US, right? You have to buy land, then you have to build, everything will cost a lot. Then, if you can do recollection of Sangha's quality, your hearts will be big Sima Hall. Actually, in the very beginning of today's talk, that we have already shared in the slide picture, right? There's a power joy at Sima Hall, and it's Patimokkha Day. People are doing Patimokkha, chanting Patimokkha. So in Patimokkha days, people have to join in the hall to listen to the chanting. After that, we will share merit, or we will radiate metta to all living beings together. Then when we are doing recollection of Sangha, our hearts will be Sima Hall, chanting hall, meditation hall. Then this is the benefit of Sangha's quality. So now many recollections we have to continue to develop the ultimate factor of piti. So that is why, right, these are the foundations for piti rupture. When we are going to develop piti, we have to do these recollections. When we have very strong piti rupture, there can be very strong tranquility, passaddhi. Naturally, it will happen. When we have very strong passaddhi, it will produce sukha, bliss, comforts. Then when we have very strong bliss, very strong sukha, it will produce concentration. So different steps. Then here in this case, concentration will be asset concentration. When I talk about Noble Eightfold Paths, right concentration, I have already mentioned if there are 4 jhanas as right concentration mentioned in the suttas. But in the commentary it mentioned asset concentration is also includes as right concentration. That is why when we have asset concentrations, then we can also continue our practice until we can attain positive fusion knowledge. This is called pure Upasana vehicle. We don't attain jhana just based on asset concentration. We can continue practicing Vipassana. That's why we call Sutta Vipassana Yanika, pure Upasana vehicle. Okay. Anyway, when we have already practiced all these recollection of Buddha, Dhamma, or Sangha, then there will be very strong piti, very strong rupture, very strong faith in Buddha teaching. Sometimes when our mind is very dry, very weak, and not very active at the time, we should do this kind of recollections in order that we may gain stronger faith in the teaching or in practice, that we may practice easier, also smooth. Okay, so I will stop here. So any recollections, it will be useful for you, but you can also apply in your daily life. As usual, I will recommend to do only one thing, right? Don't mess up with many other objects. If you are going to do only Buddha Nusti, to calm down your mind, just do only. Don't mess up with any other object. It will be easier for you, right? So that means it should be simple. Also, it should be natural. Don't control, don't force. As long as we are practicing rightly, then we can improve our meditation. So we will be able to practice the Buddha teaching rightly and wisely, May you all be able to realize the final cessation and the suffering.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you, Sayadaw. Sayadaw, shall we proceed to the question and answer session now?
Yes, okay.
Shall we take the question from the floor? Dear Dhamma brothers and sisters, if you have any question, please raise your hand.
Con xin cảm ơn sư ông Kovida và con đảnh lễ sư phụ. Con có câu hỏi là khi mà sư ông giảng về giới định tuệ thì tại sao trong bát Thánh đạo thì lại cái tuệ lại đi trước giới định ạ? Con cảm ơn sư phụ.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I can hear you, I can hear you. Mm-hmm. 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 Actually, okay. In this case, I have to introduce two different orders. Desanakama and Pratipatikama, two different things, right? This is only Desanakama. Desanakama means the order of teaching, right? It doesn't mean the order of practice. So sometimes the Buddha just pinpoints the most important things or the higher things in the very beginning, right? That's why which time is the highest one, the Buddha started. Then go back to beginning, right? Morology, after that go to concentration. Okay, we just say very simply, it is Desanakama, the order of teaching, not the order of practice. Okay? And this one?
Any more questions?
Dạ, con kính đảnh lễ Ngài. Dạ, con kính đảnh lễ Sư Phụ. Dạ, con có câu hỏi về giới luật á. Con xin lỗi, cái luật ngang echo. Con muốn biết là cái giới luật á, khi mà mình phạm giới thì nó ảnh hưởng như thế nào vào cái tâm thức của mình, mà khi mình ngồi thiền thì là nó người ta nói là nó động ra đó. Dạ, con muốn biết là như là trên cái vũ trụ này thì có người nào là nếu mà mình làm sai á thì có người đó là phạt mình, hay là cái tâm của mình nó phạt mình đó. Dạ, con cảm ơn Sư Phụ.
Punish them means? Uh-huh. Huh. Actually, okay. Mm-hmm. Actually, you just feel guilty, right? After doing some mistakes. This is natural. We cannot say somebody punish you. Okay? Of course, if we are born in the hell, sure, there is some punishments by somebody. These are two different things, right? In current life, sure, we just punish ourselves, we just complain ourselves. We feel guilty or remorse, right? Yeah. Okay.
Any more questions?
Yes, thank you, Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
I have two questions.
Mm-hmm.
Dạ, xin sư phụ nói giùm con, translate giùm con. Kính bạch Ngài, khi mà có ánh sáng sinh khởi trong thanh tịnh đạo, Visuddhimagga nói ánh sáng do tưởng sanh, ánh sáng của Nimitta cũng do tưởng sanh. Vậy cần được hiểu chính xác ra sao? Và tại sao đang tu tập định mà lại có tưởng sanh, kính tri ân Ngài.
Okay, then this is one more thing, right? Perception means, okay, it depends on your perception. There can be different shape, different color, different location. We can also say like that, right? So because sanya nanata, different perceptions make different types of shape, color, nimitta like this. Okay. So actually, before you start seeing it, or you may have some attachment or some inclination or some perception, according to your perception, it happened. Because when the processes are very rapid, we cannot know about perception, about inclination, right? So this is the nature of minds. We can also say why also. Any other thing?
Any more questions from the participant?
Question. Hello. Dạ thưa, câu hỏi thứ hai là kính bạch Ngài, như Ngài nói hôm qua phải có cận định hoặc là định mới chuyển qua quán được. Như vậy thì chuyển qua bằng cách nào? Kính tri ân Ngài.
Mm-hmm. 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 Okay, you asked very big question. Actually, it's not that simple, right? Okay, I should say very simple way, but not as much in detail, right? So when we are going to practice pure personal vehicle, we must start with 4 elements method, in brief or in detail. So that means we have a few steps in designing mentalities, also materialities first. Okay, we have to start with materialities. In the materiality, few steps, the first one is the 4 elements. After that, you have to continue direct materialities. Then you have to combine 2 together, 4 elements and direct materialities 2 together. This is the few steps in designing materialities. After that, you can proceed designing mentalities. Okay, then you can use other practice. It's not that easy, right? Actually, if we talk about 4 element meditation, it will be very messy for you also. Okay, next one.
Phật, con xin đảnh lễ quý sư. Và câu hỏi, con có 2 câu hỏi. Thứ nhất là tất cả có 4 bậc thánh. Bậc thánh phải qua đạo, quả và niết bàn. Từng bậc thánh như vậy, đúng không? Dạ. Và có 2 cái ý kiến của 2 người khác nhau. Một người thì nó tâm đạo đến trước, quả đến sau. Một người thì quả đến trước, đạo đến sau. Theo kinh nghiệm con á, thì con không cãi với họ được, nhưng mà con biết là đạo đến trước, quả đến sau. Quả đến rồi thì sẽ biến mất trong phút chốc liền, không có lâu. Dạ, thưa có đúng không ạ?
Okay, Mecca come first. Okay, Mecca come first after the Phala, right? Actually, when you study mental process, you can know this one also. Okay, in Pitama, you mentioned very clearly. First Mecca, after the Phala, after the revealed knowledge. Okay? Another thing?
Any more questions from participants?
Dạ mô Phật đạo thì lúc nào cũng có thể hiện lên, nhưng mà quả thì chỉ có mỗi một bậc thánh chỉ có một lần, thưa có đúng không ạ?
Magga-citta arise only one time, Phala-citta can arise many times. It depends on the case also, right? When attained for the first time, Phala-citta may arise only 2 or 3 times. But later, when we enter fruition attainment, there will be many times of Phala-citta. The Magga will arise only one time, is normal.
Dạ mô Phật. Dạ sau kế tiếp là câu cuối cùng. Thì Vipassana là cái bậc mình chúng ta học thiền có nhiều. Vipassana, Jhana hay là niệm tâm, niệm thọ, niệm pháp. Và nhưng mà mỗi cái niệm đó thì bắt đầu khác nhau, nhưng mà chung kết cuối cùng cũng là đạo quả và niết bàn. Thưa có đúng không?
Okay, we can say, sure, there are 4 different ways, go to the same direction, sure, we can say. We can understand like that.
Dạ thưa, con cấm thành kính tri ân quý sư mô Phật.
Any more questions from participants?
Vietnamese, it's a simple question. If we cannot force, if we cannot expect, don't control, what are the right thing to do to increase the probability of improvement?
Okay, so that means as long as you are trying to know the breathing naturally, then you will achieve what you wish. Sometimes you just expect, for example, okay, I should say very practical approach now. The first session, you may have very good focusing, right? Then the next session, you may expect that one, that previous quality, and you cannot concentrate well anymore. You cannot get back previous quality again. That is why if you expect something disagrees, it becomes hindrances. So just do what you can do now. Don't think about the past too much. So don't plan for future too much also. Okay? So be present, just do what you can do. This will be more beneficial for your practice. Okay then? Any other thing?
Any more questions? Okay. Sarah, may we read the question from the chat group also?
Okay.
Some question.
李金
The
霞
first
的
question
请
is
问
the
四算法
Vietnamese
会是
question.
哪些人？萨土萨土
Brother
萨
Teo,
土
Bante, there's a question 1. It's a Vietnamese question. Oh, already asked. Okay. Second question. It's a Chinese question.
Okay. Sadapati Mecca and Sadapati Phala one pair. Sakadagami Mecca, Sakadagami Phala one pair. Nagami Mecca, Nagami Phala one pair. Then Ahada Mecca, Ahada Phala one pair. We call 4 pairs, right? So 8 individuals mean Sadapati Mecca 1, Sadapati Phala 1. Sadapati Sakadagami Mecca 1, Sakadagami Phala 1 altogether. Okay, you can divide into 8, right? Next one.
Vietnamese Xiaodong. In the modern world, there are many receivers who have many bad behaviors. They may not be trying to improve themselves in their ordained life. Some are even worse than layperson's behavior. After associating and supporting them, our faith dropped greatly. How should we adjust ourselves when we encounter such situations? Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sure. So in this kind of case, sure, that means you must have a little bit wiser mind, right? The main thing is you just feel pity for them. You know, they cannot improve themselves in this very life. Sure. In the future also, they may not improve their life. They are really beautiful living beings. More compassion toward them. It will be easier. Even for ordinary person, sometimes we also have to have that kind of bhikkhus, right? At that time, we just think, oh, he's beautiful living beings. That's why I have him. You just keep in your mind like this, it will be a little easier for you. Otherwise, you will lose your faith, and finally, you will not want to be Buddhist also, right? You know this one?
Yes, Sayadaw. Sadhu, sadhu. Next question is a Chinese question.
礼敬下斗，有女居士想遵循南传佛教出家，但先到北传受具足戒，因此比丘尼戒在南传已失传，再到南传长期修学，这样做法是否如法？萨度萨度萨度。
Okay, so I know the commands, right? If you wish to be Theravada society, okay, you must be in Theravada society. You should learn in Theravada society. Even you don't ordain, you can learn in Theravada school. Okay, for your information, right? We have one Vedamata translation. So far, I have known two different translation. One is in Korea translation, other one is Cambodia translation. So we have a Pasadika Sayadaw, Amarapura Sayadaw. He wrote many books before his passing away. The one of the books is Vidama Pasadika, the one. We call Vidama Sangha Pasadika. This books. Very high quality, very much detailed explanations. He also put many source reference from many Vidama Pitakas. One day, one Korean people asked me some deep question about Vidama. Then, on hearing the answer, surprise, and just told him, in Korea, you're gonna have that kind of quality. You're gonna have this kind of Vidama knowledge in Korea. Only in Myanmar we can have this kind of Vidama knowledge. Then, where do you get this information? Then he replied me. One Korean lady, she studied in Mandalay 10 years. As a laywoman, she studied. She joined periodic examination as a laywoman. After 10 years, she could also speak Burmese very well. She could also read Pali very well. She translated this book into Korea. That's why he has very good quality of Vidama books in Korea. Another one is in Cambodia. The one layman, he also translated into Korea. He studied in Myanmar, and I don't know how many years. He just studied up to 2 level of Dhammacriya. He finished 2 level of Dhammacriya. After that, he did stop. And he translated many of Pali Tipitaka. Okay, the main thing is, if you wish to join Pali educations, even in Myanmar, you can join Pali education. Right? You can learn Pali. You can join Bhikkhu education. You can finish Dhammacriya also. Now we have many laywomen Dhammacriya, many laymen Dhammacriya also. And they are not ordained. Since they were born as a boy and a girl. Right? Then they don't plan to be in CLA or a bhikkhu. They just study. After that, they join all the examinations, they pass everything until they finish Dhammacriya. So that means for learning, I don't recommend this in your arrangement, right? If you wish to learn Theravada school, okay, come to Theravada school. You can learn until you finish Dhammacriya. Easier. Okay?
礼敬尊者，请问怎样知道自己已修到进行定？进行定怎样修？眼前也有光吗？萨度萨度萨度。
Okay. So Asset concentration or absorption concentration, there with the light, the brightness, this is the normal. In both asset and absorption concentration, we also have nimitta. Patipaka nimitta, the same patipaka nimitta. Only the concentration degree will be a little bit different. In the case of asset concentration, we cannot balance controlling faculties very well. That's why we cannot maintain very long time. From time to time, we will fall into Bojjhanga states, like a kind of unconscious state, right? Or maybe subconscious state, maybe. Then, if we have that kind of state, we can say we have attained asset concentration. Our mind is very deep inside the nimitta. We can know the nimitta very deeply. Also like absorption state. This also a little bit similar to absorption state, but only controlling faculties is a little bit different. Okay? The next one.
离境版的有一些禅修者，他们之前已经证得禅了，可是突然禅了又退步了。禅师说是因为犯戒。关于犯戒，不是可以重新受戒吗？犯戒会导致禅那退失吗？萨埵萨埵萨埵。
Okay, so in this case, we can understand three different things, right? I said definement, not breaking, we said defilements, right? Defilements. When defilement become very strong, you will get lost. This is the one thing. That means you regress, right? You regress. This is the one thing. Another thing is asabaya gochara, unsuitable domains. For example, like talking a lot, busy a lot, sleeping a lot, right? No moderating food, all these things. When you have all these conditions, you will regress. Your concern will regress. The another thing is ananu yoga, not practicing properly. This is also one of the problems. In some cases, for example, in the case of defilements, some defilements are not that serious. Okay, you can regain your concentration. Some defilements are very serious. You cannot regain your concentration. It depends on what kind of defilements you have. Okay, for a breaking breath sure you can undertake breath up again. You can also retry. You can regain. Okay.
Next question. Wandami Sayadaw, please Sayadaw advise. 1. What's mean good sanya and good nimitta here? An example. 2. Please Sayadaw explain again. An arhan no have dreaming again. How to understand by Abhidhamma?
Okay. What's mean good sanya? This is the one thing, right? Okay, sanya can be both good and bad. For example, when we have loba also, we mark this is desirable. You know, in our mind, sanya means marking in our mind. Oh, this one is really, very good, very nice. That we have greedy. We are greedy. Right? Similarly, when we have dosa also, this one is very, very undesirable. We mark in our minds. Then this is called, right? Okay, akusala sanya. In the case of kusala, we may also remember many, many good things. Like for example, Buddha's quality, Dhamma's quality, Sangha's quality, all the things you may remember. You may remember many different things in your, many different Dhammas article in your mind. We can say good sanya. You can also say good memory. You just remember many, many good things. Called sanya, okay? Now, good nimitta. Actually, then I don't know what do you mean good nimitta? If we talk about samatha nimitta, that means we have parikama nimitta, ukha nimitta, patipaka nimitta, only 3 nimittas, right? Then if we say good nimitta for other field, for example, like a death moment, kama nimitta, gati nimitta, something like that, then there are many, many other things of nimitta, right? So sometimes, like a breathing is also called nimitta. Touchable also called nimitta. That is why in the case of nimitta, then the questions are not very quite clear. Then I should not say many things in detail. The main thing is if you have concentration, you have nimitta, pratipaka nimitta. This is also called good nimitta, right? Another thing is about the arhats have no dreamings. For example, dreaming is half conscious, half Bojjhanga. Right? So arhats may have pure Bojjhanga states. So that means they don't have Tinamita. That's why they don't have very pure Bojjhanga states. That's why they don't have any dreams. Okay? Once we have Tinamita, half sleep, half conscious, then we have dream, right? In this case, Arhat may have only pure Bojjhanga or full consciousness, then no more subconsciousness. That's why they don't have the dreams, right? Okay, next one.
The next 3 questions are Vietnamese question.
Actually, you just analyze unnecessary things. It should be very simple, right? How you know breathing? Actually, sometimes, even when you analyze many unnecessary things, just messy. In the case of samatha, understand as a samatha. Don't think about mental process or mind moments, right? So that means we don't say present moment, right? Then it's also impossible to be present. But in the case of samatha, just try to know breathing as we have naturally. This is a present moment. So there are many present, right? Many present. 4 types of present. It will be too wide for you. But the main thing is don't analyze like this. Okay? If we say breathing, it must be breathing. If we know focus, it must be focus. If you analyze mental process, this and that, it just make your mind messy. Not that much beneficial for practice also. Okay? Now next one. Also Vietnamese question maybe. Okay. So that means you can listen to the Dhamma talk for knowledge. Some Dhamma talk just for knowledge, not for practice, according to your current conditions, right? So that means for future, okay, you can learn. This is the one thing. So when you are going to do, you must be present. When you are going to meditate, you must be present. Then you don't think about very far. For example, now many people ask many things about jhana or nimitta or asset concentrations or many things, right? Sometimes all of them are very far from current conditions, right? Then you may have a lot of curiosity, a lot of analysis. It will make you confused. Okay, the main thing is when you are learning, you can analyze. When you are meditating, don't analyze. Okay, so that means if we say simple, it must be simple. Don't analyze too much. If you analyze, sure, you may have a lot of doubt about practice. For example, even breathing. If you analyze a lot, you will get confused. Right? That's why it should be simple. When we say simple, it should be simple. So make your mind simple, make your mind calm, make your object simple and natural. It will be easier to improve. Otherwise, it will be very messy with many different theory and protocols and many different things. Okay? Next one. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, one more thing, right? Morality is the purifications of body actions and bhava actions. If our body actions are not very pure, then disturbing other people. Okay? If our body actions are not very good, then we are disturbing other living beings. We are also disturbing ourselves. We're going to stabilize our minds. Similarly, if our bhava actions is not very good, we are also disturbing other people, disturbing ourselves. We cannot stabilize our mind. It's impossible. Okay? That's why they cannot attain any jhana.
Sarah, we don't have any more questions. Shall we proceed to close the session for today?
Okay. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you very much for your valuable teachings today. And thank you, our interpreter, Bantes, for the translation. May we invite Sarah to lead us in making aspiration and sharing of merits?
Etta vadacha amehi sambadam bunya sambadam sabbe deva numodandu sabbe buddha numodandu sabbe sada numodandu sabba sampati siriya idam me nyatinam hotu sukhita hondu nyatayo idam me nyatinam hotu sukhita hondu nyatayo idam me nyatinam hotu sukhita hondu nyatayo idam me bunyam asawekaya vaham hotu idam me bunyam Nibbanasa Pajayo Hodu Mama Bunya Bhagam Sabba Sadanam Bhajemi Te Sabbe Me Samam Bunya Bhagam Labandu Sadhu Sadhu Sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you, Sarah, and everyone for your time and participation. Till we meet the next session, may all be well and happy. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.